You cannot get to where you would like to get to unless you already are where you would like to be. A very long time ago, I've heard this quote by Abraham Hicks, and it stuck with me ever since. It stuck with me for, since several of years ago. And that's because every time I found myself in a situation in which I wanted to change the experience through that situation, I wanted to change the outcome out of that situation, it never really went my way. Every time I was going through an experience in which I was so desperate to create a different experience through an experience that I was already meant to go through, it never really went well for me. And that's because anytime you feel such an emotion, anytime you feel such feelings, you are living in opposition, you are living in contrast, you are living in the lack of that thing. And you cannot create an experience, you cannot create something, initiating the creation from the lack of that experience. And that's the mirror principle simply stated. The mirror principle states that whatever you are on the inside is whatever is reflected externally. In other words, your external reality is a reflection of your internal reality, or whatever is being reflected in your external reality is whomever you are on the inside. And that's why you cannot get to where you would like to get to unless you already are where you would like to be. Because you see, if you find yourself in a situation in which you feel stuck, in which you feel as if you are losing through that situation, if you feel as if that situation is not going, that experience is absolutely going against you, it's not going however you wanted it to go, and it means that, and then you feel as if you are a victim of that experience, you are a failure through that experience, through failing, through losing in that experience, then it means that you are in lack of that experience you're trying to create in your mind. And how can you create something when you lack it? And you can see the subtle paradox here, the subtle paradox in having to feel as if you already are where you would like to be before you actually physically being in that position. Because then it means that you would have to be somewhere before actually being somewhere. You have to be at a specific point before actually reaching that specific point. And that's the whole, mystery of creation. That's the whole mystery of the universe and how the universe works. And the key here is to understand how to do that. It's to know how to do this. How is this even possible? Because as long as you feel stuck, then that's only gonna keep recreating. That's only gonna be reaffirmed through the manifestation of your 3D life. If you feel as if you are a failure, if you harbor self-pity, if you harbor the victim mentality, and if you feel as if you are a failure, if you are losing through this experience of life, then this is going to be reaffirmed through your external reality, because your external reality is the manifestation of who you truly are internally. This whole life reality, 3D reality for you, is the manifestation of your higher self, and whatever you deeply embed through your subconscious and believe in, you channel that energy through your higher self, and that is manifested in your external reality here on earth. And that's why it's easier for you to recreate something once you experience it one time or two times. And that's why, for example, the rich stay rich, the poor stay poor. The ones who grow up in a healthy household is able to recreate healthy patterns, is able to recreate healthy, loving relationships. The ones who grow up in a dysfunctional household are only going to keep seeing the recreation of dysfunctional patterns and dysfunctional relationships and toxic relationships, conditional love. But the ones who know that they are lovable, that they have been loved in their childhood, or at some truly loved, unconditionally loved, they're able to keep recreating more and more unconditional loving relationships. And that's, a simpler example from this 3D reality would be, once you know the recipe of something, you're able to recreate it more and more easily. Say for example, you're trying to cook something. The first time you have to look at the recipe, you have to measure everything, and while cooking it, and you might mess up a few things a little bit here and there. But once you do it, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, it then become effortless. You are in effortless creation, because you're already there. You already know that you can create it. You already know the secret sauce to creating that recipe. And that's exactly similar when it comes to the mirror principle. Whatever you are able to feel, if you are able to fully feel and live through it, what it means that you are in a loving relationship, or what it means that you are healthy and abundant and rich, having everything that you want, how would you feel going through your day? What experiences would you choose to take? What things would you choose to indulge in? What things would you not indulge in? Because you're not trying to avoid anything anymore. You're not avoiding your life. You're not escaping your life. So what things are you gonna set boundaries to, and you're not gonna indulge in, or overindulge in at least, any longer? If you're able to feel this, all of it, and you're able to live through it, and you're able to be it before being it physically, then you have the recipe to everything you ever wanted in life. And that's why, the only difference, or the only distance between you and whatever you want to be, or whomever you want to be, or whatever you're trying to create, is your mindset. Or in other words, is your mental state, is your emotional state. Because if you're able to feel those things, you're able to create them, because you already know them. That there is a representation in anything that's working on a spiritual, or on a grandiose, on a celestial scale. On the macrocosm of things, there is a microcosm to it. So, and the microcosm is how things function in this 3D reality. And once you understand something, it's easy for you to do it. It's easier for you to carry it on, to conduct it. Once you understand the recipe, once you do it, you know that you can. You believe in doing it. You believe that you're able to do it. You believe that you're able to have it, and as such, you're able to create it easily. And as such, you cannot get to where you would want to get to unless you already are where you want to be. The secret is knowing how to do it. The secret is knowing how to be it. And the even bigger secret is that it's easier, that you are already doing it without doing anything. You are already getting to where you would like to be if you do nothing, by doing nothing. If you live in the present moment, if you take your experiences as they come, if you live through whatever situation as it is without desperately trying to change anything about it, then it means you are already getting to where you would like to be. Because notice what you are feeling through it. If you're not reacting to it, if you're not desperately trying to change anything about it, if you're not in the lack of something while you are living through it. So if you're for example having some financial struggles or relationship struggles, but you're living through them without actually feeling that, you're just living through them, you are in complete trust and complete belief that everything is going in your highest good, that everything is working for your highest good, that everything is going however you want it to be. If you already have this belief, because you know that you are more than just this physical reality, that you are source energy, that you are pure conscious energy, that you are your higher self, that you have the energy of everything and everyone in existence flowing through you, and that you are the creator, the ultimate creator of your reality, then you won't feel the aversion, you won't feel the opposition to whatever you are experiencing. You won't create that contrast to what you're living through, and between what you're living through and what you actually want to live through. And it means that you feel as if everything you're living through is what you would like to be experiencing, what you would like to live through. And so it means that you are getting there. We are all getting there. It's just our constructs, it's just our judgment, it's just our limitations, our self-imposed limitations and self-beliefs that are keeping us away from where we would like to be. It's our resistance to what is that's keeping us from what is going to be. And by doing nothing, by simply being, by truly being present, and learning to not necessarily enjoy the moment, but just be through the moment. What are you gonna lose? What are you gonna... I know it's not as easily done as stated or said, but it's doable. It is possible, because we've grown to learn. We've learned to stress through anything, to fear whatever we can't control, to stress over anything that's not going up to our standards or up to the social status or social standards or social complexities and whatever. But if you're just living through anything, just like the wind, just flow like the water flows, just be like nature, just experience life as you are meant to experience it, then it means that you are already on your route, on your path to where you would like to be, to your purpose, to your feeling of peace, of love. And that's why anyone who's already experienced peace or love or bliss or joy are able to keep recreating more and more of such experiences. But whomever has experienced, who has been living through misery and suffering, it's much harder to create that, because they already know it. They already know, they've already been there. But what if you get there before you are actually physically there? And that means that you are intentionally creating, that you have proven that you are the creator of your reality, of your life. Another thing worthy of mentioning is the law of correspondence. It's very closely related to this. As above, so below. As within, as so without. What that means, what that tells us, that's a law since thousands of years ago, stemming from Hermetic sciences, Hermetic teachings from ancient Egyptians. And they knew it. They knew how everything functions. That's why they were able to create all of the majestic creations they have created, and all of the things they have learned. They have learned from the knowledge they've had. So whatever is in the heavens is in earth, and whatever flows through the heavens flows through you, flows through your higher self, is channeled through your higher self, with it to you. I don't know if I said that right, but you understand. So whatever is in heaven is also going in earth, and whatever flows through heaven flows also through you. Whatever flows through your higher self is flowing through you. It's all just the same thing, just a different level of it, a different dimension of it. We exist in several dimensions, in different images, or in similar images if you like. So whatever you are channeling through your subconscious, through your deeply embedded beliefs, through who you are on the inside, through whatever you are feeling, is whatever you are creating externally. Because whatever you embed deeply is whatever you push energy towards in your higher self, through your higher self. That's whatever you really resonate with for a long enough time is who you truly are. And that tells your higher self, and that makes it your energy, that pushes it into your energetic vortex from which you actually create. And that becomes your higher self, that becomes your true frequency, your true energy. You are pure conscious energy. Whatever you embed in that pure conscious energy, you reflect in this 3D construct, in this 3D life. The mirror principle, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of attraction, they all mention relatively the same thing. And that's why, you should just let things be, and you will be on your way to whatever you want to create in this life. That's all I wanted to share for today. Thank you so much for tuning into another video by AF's Conscious Frequency. If you liked this video, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something from it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.